Hey everybody, welcome back to camp. I just arrived up here. It's about supper time. And of course, you know what it is first. It's time to unpack that truck. Which brings me to a point that somebody made on the last video. And they were wondering why I didn't let Riverdog come up more often with me. To be honest, I'd love to have him up here more with me. But the reality is, it's not always logistically possible. So here's generally what the van looks like when I come up. Now, as you can see, it is packed pretty full of gear and wood and equipment and tools and food and coolers, and there's really not much room for him up here. It's so it really can be hard to bring him up all the time. As you can see, there's not a lot of room left. One thing I am excited about is I stopped at the Amish sawmill and I was able to pick up some more siding for the porch, so that should at least get me started. And of course, I had to bring the scaffold back up. Seems like I just brought that back a week ago. All right, so I'm gonna get the van unloaded and I'll check in with you guys in a little bit. All right, well, I got the van unloaded and I got my last two rafter boards cut. So we're gonna get those tied together. I came up here this weekend to work. I'm not worried about fishing. I'm not worried about playing. I've gotten to do those things the last few times I've come up, and this week I really thought in my head about how I'm going to frame up the walls and what boards I'm going to need, and I went out and I believe I got everything that I need, plus a little extra, figuring I can just return it if I don't need it. And luckily I went on a Friday and everything was in stock that I needed. There wasn't any issues with shortages or quality. So I think we're gonna move along, and I think we're gonna make some serious progress in the next couple days. I'm really motivated to get working and get some things accomplished. Good morning, everybody. I got up to the land last night pretty late, but I did end up getting the last two trusses on, or rafters, whatever they're technically called. Yeah. Well, it's about 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to have to finally go into town. I made a bad cut on one of my boards, and that was a critical board to continue, so I have to go into town to get that, and so I need to get the rest of the stuff too. So far that's where I'm at. Keep on keeping on. I'll see you guys in a bit. Beef pasty. You guys haven't ever had one of those. Kind of a North tradition. It's already cooked, so we're just going to heat that up. Well, this is a pretty easy lunch. Not very many dishes. For those of you who aren't from the North or UP of Michigan or Northern Minnesota, this is a pasty. And it's basically, it's pretty hot. It's basically a kind of a beef pot pie with carrots and potatoes and ground beef and stuff inside. You know, I don't think I've had a pasty since I was a kid. And now I remember why. I don't love it. I'm sure there's different recipes and some are better than others, but yeah, not my favorite. Probably wouldn't get this again. Well, this should be good entertainment. That was a bad idea. Scrape the knuckles. Don't drop it, it'll go right through the van window. Oh, come on. Come on. Okay. All right. All right, all right, all right. You know what I'm most pleased with? My rafters, my trusses, whatever they're called. My spacing is pretty darn close. It's off a little bit, maybe a 1/4 inch. But I'm happy with that. That was a challenge, no lie. No lie. Getting them even and level. And so the bad news is I foresee I'm going to have to get on this roof, because not only can I not reach to screw it in, but I cannot reach to put the felt down either. Hey guys, I brought my friend Alex with. One thing I forgot to do on the other side that I remembered on this side was when you do the shiplap or overlap, whatever you call this stuff, you have to put a starter strip in first. And so that gave me my right angles. On the other side, I forgot to put that in, so it doesn't start till one board up, which, you know, 99% of the people will never notice it, but of course I'll notice it every time I walk by now. So, all right, well, I'm going to try to get this finished up. As you can see, the ends here will be covered by a trim board, so you'll just see like the peaks. You won't see the gaps, just like it is on the shed over here. It's the same thing, there's just a trim board here so you can't see the things. I want to try to get that little half wall up, and then I'm going to call it probably and either take a break or maybe go work on tongue and groove inside. The fire ban is still on, so I can't have a bonfire tonight, which is kind of a bummer, but on the other hand, it's kept me working, so that's probably good too. So, all right, back at her. Catch you in a bit. This lumber's rough sawn, I have to put square edges on every board. Before I even measure. Well, I feel like I've put in a full day's work today, and the sun is going down and I'm running out of battery power in the cabin, which means I want to use the lights judiciously. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up all the tools and the scraps and stuff in the yard, and I'm just going to chill out and maybe sit on the patio and have a Coke or something. Anyway, I feel like I got a lot accomplished today. I feel like I can, so I do have maybe 5 or 6 more tongue and groove boards with me. So I know I'm going to get those hung tomorrow. As far as the porch, I've kind of run out of lumber for this trip. So I'm going to give that a break and probably just hang the tongue and groove and probably hit the road tomorrow. I don't really have much more to do up here as far as chores for today. All right, I'm gonna get stuff picked up. I'm gonna take it easy for the rest of the night. We will catch you guys in the morning. Well, for all of you who said to make a porch instead of just a pergola, you were absolutely right. I'm not finished with it, but it's already my favorite place to sit. Once I get some screens in here and get the rest of the windows framed in, and get that top piece fixed, get a screen door in, I can sit out here on those hot July nights and not one mosquito is going to bother me. Well, today is the day. This thing has been bothering me for a month now. And after that piece fell down last night in the storm, it's time to do this. I'm not excited about this because it's leaning over the outhouse. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to wedge it enough to get it to go this way. But it's fairly calm, and sometimes you gotta just do what you gotta do, right? Okay, so as you're watching this on camera, you want it to fall this way. If it's falling that way, we're in trouble. So I think my plan is to make my cut and then come in from this side and wedge it, and then start sawing in this way and leave this. So hopefully as it starts to fall, this will be a catch as a hinge. Oh, this, I ain't gonna lie, this is probably one of the top 3 ones I've been the most nervous about. Not gonna lie. Thank you, Lord. Ah! Woo! Oh, I'm so excited. So excited. Oh. Oh, that couldn't have went any better. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That was perfect. Woo! Oh. Wow, what a relief. What a relief. What a relief. Man, I am not gonna lie, I'm just like shaking. I thought for sure it was gonna break the outhouse. You know, that's too bad. That looks like a decent log too. The heart looks pretty decent on it. I think I'm gonna leave this one exactly where it is for now. And I think next time I come up, I'm gonna try to put it into manageable sections, and I might try planking some of that out. While I have the saw out, I should cut up some of these maples that have been sitting here for a while. In fact, maybe this one here I'll just cut up quick while I'm here. I better get my chaps on though. I'm going to be doing some actual work. Well, let's have a tomato break, huh? Oh, that one's not quite ripe. Still good though. Lost a jalapeno in the storm last night. It's a nice maple. This will make good firewood for the wood stove. Should get my moisture meter out and see how wet it is. See if it's dry or not. Woo. It is so humid after that rain last night. My gosh, I'm just soaked already. Oh, let's see what it says. Ooh, that's pretty wet. 30%? Yeah, that's not gonna work. There were 2 trees that I cut here. How about this one? What is this one gonna say? Of course, I can't get to them. 23, yeah, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to put those in a different pile. Okay, well, I guess I'll stack them in the back of that woodshed because those will be the ones I'll use last. So, wow, 30%, that is wet. Wow, that is so wet. Really? Yeah, that's about right. I don't know, I guess I'm not even sure what it's supposed to be, but I think it's supposed to be like 7 or 8% maybe. I could be totally wrong, but all I know is 25, 30, that's wet. Well, until next time, Tiny Shack, we will see you again. And of course, I was a few boards short. Just never going to finish that tongue and groove, am I? I had to laugh. I went to Chinese the other day on my way up to the land. And this was my fortune. I don't know if you can read that. Ignorance on fire is better than knowledge on ice. Pretty much sums up my cabin build. You know, years and years and years, I told myself, gosh, I wish I had land. Gosh, I wish I had a cabin. Gosh, I wish I could make a homestead. Gosh, I wish I had a deer camp. Gosh, I wish I had a place to spend time with my family. Gosh, I wish I had a place to get away from everything. Finally, one day I just said, you know, what are the things that are stopping me? And I found land for the right price in the right geographic area that I wanted. And the only thing that was holding me back was my inability to build. I have zero construction skills at all, obviously, right? And I just decided, you know what? Do it. What's holding you back? I'm 50 years old. I've got maybe 10, 20 years left, good years. You know, sure, yeah, I might live to 80, 85, but am I going to be tromping through the woods? Chances are no, maybe, but chances are no. So, you know, you just got to stop wishing and you just got to do things. And I just decided that I'm not going to let my inability hold me back anymore, or the fear of not knowing what to do. You know, there's so much you can learn on YouTube nowadays. You know, you just got to get in there and get your hands dirty. There's lots of mistakes I've made on this cabin. There's things I've had to tear down and redo. And I'm sure there's going to be more. And as I go along, I'm sure I'm going to find out that, oh, I did this wrong and now I have to fix it. But as long as it's not a catastrophic failure, as long as the thing isn't going to fall down on me and hurt somebody, it doesn't have to last 100 years. It just has to last my lifetime. If it lasts 15, 20 years, 25 years tops, I consider that a win. So, I don't know. There's my 2 cents worth. All right, well, I'm going to pack up, and thanks for watching the video. All of my regulars who comment, even, I always laugh because Canadian, you just give me the high sign, and it's like just checking in, and I appreciate the comment because you know it helps the channel, and I know it helps the channel. So every time I see you checking in, I appreciate that. Even if you got nothing to say, just give me an emoji or something. It does help the channel. And so let's take a final look at the cabin and the progress for today, or the progress for this trip. As you can see, the porch is, I feel like it's much further along than it was. I see my tar paper got it a little wrinkled last night in the rain, but I think that's to be expected. Anyway, the plan is I'm going to, well, this front wall, I'm not ready to finish yet because I need to get this. I have a particular screen door in mind that I want at the orange box store, but they didn't have it. Of course, story of my life. So I'm going to wait. It's this nice wooden ornate kind of one. It kind of looks like an old Victorian house type one. Anyway, I want that so I can stain it to match the cabin. So I'm going to have to come in with this wall a little bit. And then my question is, I'm not sure if it's 32 or 36, and I don't want to frame it in case I can't get it and have to go with an alternate, blah, 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 blah. So anyway, I'm leaving this out for now, but for sure there will be another stud that will come out here and finish that stud wall. This half wall will be the overlap pine. And then I do suspect that I will probably shorten these windows and frame in down a little bit and then shiplap that. And then of course I got to finish up all this, put the fascia on it and block up the gaps. And oh, I got to stop and maybe I'll stop at the tin place today and see if they even have that color that I need. But anyway, that's the trip and the bounty from the garden. Couple things. I ate a few tomatoes already. I couldn't wait. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Thanks for hanging with me this weekend. Hopefully you're excited to see some actual progress on the shed instead of me just fishing and screwing around. But thanks for watching as always. We will see you soon.